All right. Welcome to In the Spirit of Things. And, yeah, we're having a little technical difficulty with BTR. So if you didn't hear the song, I'll sing it for you later. Anyways, it's all good. Hey, if you can go to past shows and hear it over there. It's all good. Anyways. It's been an interesting day. How are you doing, John?
I'm doing great. How you doing, Peter? How you doing, Michelle?
I'm great, thanks. How are you, John?
Good, good.
Peter, how are you doing?
I'm tired. Anyways, mics are working just fine. That's a good thing. Neat stuff today.
What's on the agenda today, Peter?
Huh?
What's on the agenda today?
Whatever we want. That's how it works over at my house. Matter of fact, Michael posted. Let me see what we posted. I pretty much stuck it in everybody's Skype box as well. Let me go find my deal, and I will tell you in a second. Let me go to Yahoo. Anyways, I had an interesting conversation with my daughter's boyfriend, and I got to show him that 3-minute video clip that Sister Susan just got, and he was telling me some very interesting things. Hey brother, here's propaganda hypothecated on a whole different level. John, you and I talked about it for a minute. I was unaware that in school, when they're seniors in school, they make them all fill out their voter registration for an assignment, a gradable assignment. Can you say carrot stick propaganda machine? Government fool system to get the government fools to fill out the government forms. I know they've been doing the 1040 bull crap for a long time, but I didn't know they were doing the voter registration in their senior year in high school. Hey, folks, did you know your children are being forced to fill out? And yeah, if they didn't fill it out, they didn't get a good grade. Gee, you know what? I'd say screw the grade, stick it in your ass, because I don't want to be a slave. But see, their parents don't know this. They don't know this. So, remember I said this has been going on for generations. Stupid is as stupid does for the last 3 generations, so we got to break the chain. But that's interesting that he shared with me exactly what they did to manipulate them into compliance to come play the game to be a good corporate slave. It's a beautiful thing.
Wow.
Were you aware of this, Johnny?
No, I actually wasn't aware of that, and that's just wow. You know, I would be outraged if I was a parent, and I knew exactly what they were doing and how they were signing up our children like this before they even realized what they're signing. And great little ploy, though, because I remember when I was 18, young and naive and didn't know much, and, I didn't ever get into voting, but I remember at that age, we had the option to vote, and that was quite exciting. That was our, we could vote now and make a difference, we thought.
Yeah.
And so that's exactly how they give that play to these, young minds at these education systems. You're 18, you can vote now, make a difference, and sign up and
make a
consent.
Difference. Yeah, now the 535 got another corporate slave on the sorry-ass plantation.
Exactly.
Hey, brother, it was like the Ron Paul thing that went down. I was watching that really closely, and I was catching the gist of it. They got more people to sign up to become voters at any given time because they thought their vote actually counted. I mean, I don't know if Ron Paul was a shill or not, but who knows? Anyways, it's water under the bridge. But it was ironic that everybody's 2008. Everybody going for Obama or whoever, and I knew of it. I didn't pay much attention to it, but I would follow what Ron Paul. My wife was a diehard Ron Paul. She had the sticker on the car and the whole all that. I said, your vote doesn't count, Nina. I said, get your friggin' mind right. It's a scam to get you to come in and be a good slave to go vote. Now, Brother Johnny, also I uncovered with another brother from Australia, it's forced compliance over there to be on the voter rolls over there. I was not aware of that either. I talked to an Australian brother who came through my door, and he goes, they fine you if you don't register regular and shit. I mean, what the hell? I mean, boy, how's that?
Even at the hospitals down here in Canada, I guess if you don't register your infant in the hospitals, it's 2 years worth of jail and a $50,000 fine. So how do you like that for forced compliance?
Oh, yeah. I love all this forced compliance. Well, that's all right, because everybody at my house, we're going to learn how to unconsent.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's, brother, I mean, like I say, it's all tricks for kids hours. Now I'm uncovering it on different levels. I never knew this in the school system, in the public full system, that they were dogging them out. Your grade's tied to filling this document out right. Isn't that special? Yeah, sort of. I bet you when you go to friggin' math class, whatever.
That's what a school is. They're forming good little citizens that are used to working 9 to 5, right? No questions asked, and listen to the teacher or oops, boss.
yeah. Well, hey, here's the irony though. Him and I got to dialoguing, and he goes, "Yeah, I gave over half of my money last year to taxes." I go, "Isn't that special? Doesn't that make you feel all warm and fuzzy inside to basically be funding your own demise?"
Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly.
Well, Australia is pretty much very socialist also, much like Canada. Quebec actually is, I think, the only place in the world where you have a tax that is taxed on a tax.
Yeah.
It's compounded. So, yeah, we really dig our services up here, I guess.
Yeah, and they'll keep on doing it while they can. You know what I mean? It's
right.
That little bit of push every day, isn't it? It's what you can get away with, isn't it? I can take a penny from the bank and they didn't notice the first time. Well, I'm going to try for 2 next time. Oh, they didn't notice. Well, next thing you know, I'm taking millions of dollars. Oh, they didn't notice.
Right. What is it? I've heard it termed the tiptoe to totalitarianism.
There you
go.
Say
that
That's
a few
exactly
times
how
fast.
it is. Well, they tried doing it too quickly back in the the 17, 16, 1500s, stuff like that. They did it too quickly, and the people rose up, didn't they? They couldn't have that.
Noticed.
So they thought of a more intelligent way to enslave.
Right. You have to be extremely surreptitious, and you have to use acts of subversion almost, and point the finger, like Andrea said, point the finger to the moon, and the people see the finger, but actually it's the moon that's going on. So that's the trickery that's afoot.
Yeah, well, it's a sleight of hand. That's why I say it's kabuki theater. It's the clowns that's why I call them clowns. They're all juggling, and you're watching the friggin' juggling act while the arbitrary third hand's in your friggin' back pocket stealing everything else.
Pickpocketing you at the circus, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, here's your cotton candy. You funded it. It's all good. Here's your free cotton candy. Yeah, right. Whatever. Anyways,
you sound so angry tonight, Peter.
Huh?
You sound so angry tonight.
No, I'm just my usual me. I see the bullshit on the wall, and it's not sticking. Anyways, I did post some new things for consumption. Let's take a look.
I don't know. Okay. I don't have much of an appetite after you mentioned all that bullshit.
I got make it taste better. It's really not bullshit. I can dress it up. It's not really bullshit.
Not buying. Sorry, we're all stocked up over here. I'm not buying anymore.
I checked on my Skype, my Facebook. I didn't see it yet. So we have the slave who owns you. I thought. Anyways, I'll talk about it for a second. Anyways, this is Obamacare, Affordable Care Act, higher premiums. Go figure. And I said, my retort was, this only applies to the slaves still on the plantation. If you don't want to pay for the scam, simply get off the damn plantation by removing presumptions. You can step away from the game whenever you want. It's as simple as removing your consent. Go to Privatis.Me to find out how. And then I had a little box up underneath it, entitlement mindset destroying future generations. By enabling adults to stay on their parents' plans until age 26, Obamacare seems to be looking out for young people. Bull crap. In reality, the idea teaches young people to be dependent instead of being responsible for their own health. That's why they can do the high fructose corn syrup and the genetically modified food products. And, hey, somebody's going to take care of me in the medical situation or system, and it's all a good thing. I can corrupt my body, and then they can have a hypothecation event in triplicate. I'll have high blood pressure, glaucoma, abdominal fistulas. I'm going to have all sorts of medical maladies that they can make money off of. And that's the scam, folks. Anyways, this idea discourages young people from being productive, healthy individuals. This is an entitlement mindset that will leak into all walks of life because they think somebody owes them something. Well, folks, if you think somebody owes you something, that's where your mind's wrong. See, you're not guaranteed a breath for tomorrow. You're not even guaranteed a breath for today. Freedom with responsibility comes from us in the here and now. And the carrot stick analogy, it's not working. Funding my own demise doesn't work for me. But anyways, Obamacare to usher in 100 to 400% insurance rate increases across the board. That's why they say by January 1st is coming up year, folks, you got to fill out a special tax form with your 1040s to make yourself liable, so you'll either be writing a check or getting a refund, but there is really no refund. Anyways, this is the carrot-stick analogy. This is the propaganda machine working its best to keep you thinking you're going to get something for nothing or it's going to be covered. You aren't. Everybody's funding their own demise. I was just talking to, who was it? I was talking to somebody today, and they told me the maximum rate for France, I think it was 100% of all their monies for the upper crust of the rich. It was 100% tax.
Wow.
I don't think that's enough.
No,
do you know how socialized France is?
Yeah.
Do you know how strong the unions are in France? In France, once you get a job, you're in for life. Your employer basically has to take you to court to get you out of that job. It's extremely socialized. Of course, it would make sense that you would have to pay 100% tax. It's not enough. Aren't they importing immigrants to try and keep up their tax base, and yet they have all this rampant prejudice? And the Socialist Party was given full force over there. I forget the guy's name. Le Pen, wasn't it, John?
I'm not sure. This is a topic you're going to have to cover, my dear.
Okay, yeah, and I don't have enough. I don't have enough information on it to speak credibly. But yeah, this is what happens. It's the crash and burn of all societies where we think we're in a democracy, where we think we have a free market economy. That's the illusion that we're given. And Peter, just to make a comment on that article that you were reading from.
And it is posted over at Privatis.Me Facebook page. If anybody wants to look to see what I'm talking about, feel free to get on the Facebook page, because this is where I post, okay? This way everybody can't say Peter's doing the hearsay thing.
Very good. Yeah, you were discussing basically the outsourcing of responsibility and how this Obamacare is allowing for children to stay home longer and longer and benefit from their parents' health care. This is rampant in our society today. You find these images in the media of these man boys where it's cool to be irresponsible, where it's, look at any major blockbuster summer movie that is not... with all the violence and guns and all that stuff, if it's a so-called comedy, it's people getting drunk and not remembering what they did. It's just completely irresponsible behavior, not fitting of a sovereign, not fitting of someone who's in dominion of their energies, not fitting of somebody who should be walking the earth and expecting to be treated as the sovereign that they are.
Yep. So us extremists over here at I Am Free Will, how dare they talk about free will? They're just supposed to be good, compliant slaves and not have any free will. We'll tell them what their free will is.
I got into a discussion yesterday, Peter and John, with a friend of mine. He was asking me what I was up to, and I said, I'm doing these documents now, and there was a discussion there, and the programming is just so thick, and he's just so entrenched in the programming, and there's no fight. Yes, Andrea, I call it mind bottling, because it's all bottled up in there, and you can't actually. I just want to take that cork out of that head and just allow for the person to have some degree of expansion. But I guess I was just too tired. I've been on a bit of a ride myself with my father in the hospital and all the events around that. So I'm a bit in a lower state than I ordinarily would be, and I forgot to just mention, hey, it's just my opinion. You're allowed to have your belief system. just if we don't have the same belief system, it's okay, But I was too tired to even access that. So it became this almost him chastising me for not wanting to be a good citizen, not wanting to vote, not wanting to pay the private, corporate, for-profit banks that basically own everyone. And, well, look, my decision is based in my values. It is based in my morality. I will not be paying for other people's genocides and torture and rape and financial decimation and for the destruction of their resources. Hey, I'm well aware of what's going on in this world, but I don't fight. I will not be demonstrating at an anti-GMO protest against Monsanto.
Oh, yeah. It's like signing the petitions and shit. What a crock.
Right. But for me, that's not my place. I understand that there are people whose role it is to do that. I get it. And I respect them for their choices. As for myself, it is not my place to be fighting something which I do not agree with. Rather, I will have awareness of it and turn away with intention to my creativity and create that which I wish to have in my world. Call me selfish,
Anyways,
dead silence. Cue the crickets.
Yep. Anyways, I'm going to talk about this sister Cookie, since she's in our nucleus, because we're sharing the love over there too. And folks, you're going to love this. This is exciting. I like this. This really, I love it. Check this out. Okay, Michael and I have been doing a little hand-holding. We don't give advice, but a little hand-holding. And she put her document in play. It's posted in the box for everybody to read. I'm sure she won't mind us sharing the love, because she wasn't really getting the memo of what went down. I was. After I read it, I knew exactly what the hell went down. Anyways, it says she took the doc to the court, the summons, returning the defective summons for no bond and no wet ink claim signed under pains of perjury. They took it and they recorded it. They took it, and in the record, it lists the summons and not having been served. Folks, can you say cart before the horse? Let me tell you what's happened. I know exactly what's gone down here. Now, this is now. Are we having fun yet? Because we have a new. Michael and I we discussed this about before I got on the call. I said, hey, guess what, brother? Do I smell misprision of a felony charge? That's called putting the cart before the horse, committing a fraud. What they did was, folks, they issued her a summons, and the problem was she beat him to the punch. They figured she was going to sit on it, not know what to do, be in fear mode. No, she went straight on down the minute she got it and friggin' said, okay, yeah, it's a defective summons, which it is, without the attaching bond and the oath, or at least the attaching bond. It's a dead piece of paper issued by a dead entity. Anyways, they probably never expected her to go down to court to find out it was never listed in the first place. Well, folks, that's called putting the cart before the horse. That not only is it a defective instrument, but the attorneys didn't get down there quick enough to post it on the record to be a case. So they lied. So what they put forward to her is now considered a friggin' lie. That's a fraud using the postal mails because they never set up shop over at the circuit court where this is going to be heard. So in essence, we have a cart before the horse situation, and they probably are not going to know what to do next, but we do. So isn't that special? So we get to have
Peter,
some fun.
you're saying we've caught them red-handed.
Literally. Hey, folks, see, and I'll tell you, John, because I do have deductive reasoning skills. There's been so much hubris. It's the same old crap. They've been doing the same nefarious garbage. They're all in bed together, and they figure the sheep ain't never going to wake up and find out what dirty deeds. It's like the robo-signing crap that went down years ago down in Florida and all these other states. They didn't even know what the hell they were signing. Well, guess what? They put this crap out, and now we have a proof that they put the shit in play, and we have a proof because she went down and got a date timestamped on a document that proves that it was never even issued and recorded and put on the record for to be heard for consumption in the fiction statutory scumbag courts. Isn't that special?
Wow.
See, they're so used to doing their dirty deeds They figure all the sheep are going to go dead asleep and be in fear. Oh, this will scare the crap out of them. Yeah, they haven't come over to Peter's house yet. Anyways, we're going to have some fun with this.
Well done.
See, Cookie couldn't make heads or tails of what the hell happened. The minute I read it, I knew exactly what happened, and I'll stake my life on it. Folks, I know that they're so used to throwing their crap against the wall. I mean, anyways, we're going to have some fun.
Yeah, this is going to be something very interesting. I look forward to seeing how this develops, Peter. This is out and out, full on fraud. So yeah,
and now,
here we go.
Now she'll have irrevocable proof. So when we do misprision of felony, we can send it off to their daddy, for the clowns that got in the mix on this mortgage, who all think they're going to get at the top of the pecking order because they think they own shit. They don't own nothing. Nobody owns anything, but they really don't own anything. That's dead entities we gave over. But she's already moved all those presumptions. She's already administrated properly. The video and the transcript should be coming forth probably tomorrow. So hopefully Friday will be a beautiful day where I can get an email blasted across the land on the living beneficiary, so everybody can see what the hell happened in court with Sister Cookie when she appointed the judge as the trustee, because he swore up and down it wasn't the damn clerk of the court. Well, they said, hey, then you must be the trustee, judge, because if she ain't, then you are. Hey, it's like tag. Yeah, this guy almost had a freaking aneurysm. And,
you have to decide on the roles as soon as you step in.
Yep.
You have to state the roles of everybody playing there. Exactly.
Yep.
Otherwise, they make again their presumptions.
Yeah, they think you're the fiduciary / trustee, and we're going to rape the beneficial interest of the estate because you stepped into the constructive fraud to be a party to it by answering up to the fiction name. Been covering this for 6 months. Anyways, that's why we don't advocate you go to court, folks, unless you know how to stand your ground like Brother Mike or some of the rest of our brothers and sisters like Brother John and Sister Cookie and stuff like that, the people that actually get the memos. So, folks, it's Tricks is for Kids hours, and we're peeling back the curtain. So, if matter of fact, did an email blast today, so I guess my class is now open. The curriculum's already posted to start. I got one more deal to do for this week to post, but basically everybody can go get their seat, get warmed up for class on Monday night, because I'll be doing a 6 to 8 call, and we're going to start from the beginning. But we're going to start and we're going to go quick. It's going to be a quick pace, so grab your hats, keep your hands inside the car at all times. I don't want anybody losing limbs because we are going to go quick. This is an exponential learning curve. I already know where I'm going on the next 8 weeks, and we're gonna have fun, and that's the whole point, folks. We're gonna have fun, get educated, and you'll never be able to go back to sleep again, and you're gonna find solutions. This is what we're all about.
Beware, you will be woken up.
Anyways,
Peter, do you want to? Sorry, Peter, do you want to discuss maybe what's on the agenda for upcoming Monday? What the topics are?
Maybe later. Right now, I want to banter on something else.
You want to rant?
Anyways, let's take a look. Well, matter of fact, it's break time. So, hey, folks, when we come back from the other half an hour, we're going to cover what else is posted I just posted on the Facebook that everybody want to take a look at. And I do have the instant seminar posted over on that Facebook page as well as Michael did an email blast to all 1,800 plus members. And so everybody can get the memo to come to class on Monday to really get their learn on. Anyways, on that note, folks, hey, we're going to go to break. Do what you do on break. We'll be right back. We're just getting warmed up.
You're listening to In the Spirit of Things on I Am Free Will Radio. Join us on our Blog Talk radio station every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday night, live from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern. To find all the links we mention on the show and to stay up to date about when we go live on BTR, make sure you connect with us on our social sites. Follow us on Twitter at handle Privatis.Me. You can also friend us, like us, or join our open group on Facebook by searching Privatis.Me or by clicking on the Facebook icon on our homepage. It's really that simple.
All right, welcome back. You gotta love it when your stuff don't work right. Anyways, I'll sing that song to everybody later too. Anyways, I guess I'll be singing a bunch of songs later.
I can't wait to get this album.
Oh, geez, yeah, the Peter rant, the rock and roll rant. Anyways, it's all good. Hey, not a biggie. All right, let's move this train forward. Folks, yep, everybody keeps giving over consent. Yeah, who'd have thought, but that when I talked to my daughter's boyfriend and showed him that beautiful 3-minute Susan video, Slavery by Consent, what an excellent job. I mean, it's just so powerful. It's so condensed in such short order. And she even shows, like a picture of our document, how we're removing the presumption. It's incredible. That should be sent far and wide to all the Facebookies, and everybody can have some fun. Anyways, it's all simple. Anyways, my
that must have been
says,
exciting for you, though, to have your daughter's boyfriend actually paying attention and listening and wanting to learn. So that's got to be very exciting as well, especially in the young generation.
Yep. When he said he gave over half, I said, how does it feel? Doesn't that make you all warm and fuzzy inside? You went and did all the heavy lifting, and you got to give away half of it to the bloodsuckers.
Wow. Half of his paycheck. Wow. That's just, wow. It's mind-boggling.
That's it?
If that's not slavery, what is? You know what I mean? Like, I can see, a little bit to keep the infrastructure going, but come on, folks. This is, next year it's going to be 60%. Next year, if that's 70%, well, when are people going to say enough's enough? When it's 90%? When it's 100%, like you say?
Maybe when it's 120%.
Maybe when it's 120%. You're paying to work. That's when they might rise up. When you have to go to work and pay to go to work.
Yeah, but maybe I'm too ambitious with my hopes. That maybe people will be awake at some point when they realize that the whole thing is a Ponzi scheme. And hey, you're paying $1.20 to stay alive, but you're actually earning $1. So I don't know. That's a big, deep, dark hole there. You're working your way into.
And I've worked many a job where it was basically just enough money to get yourself to the job the next day. You know what I mean? By the time you get just
usually
on the
it's the manual labor jobs, isn't it?
Yeah.
I worked in plastering, and I swear the number of calories that I burned doing drywall, look, and the pay that I was getting at the time, just about broke even kind of thing, It's ridiculous.
Exactly.
Like you can't even pay for the calories that you're actually exerting, bringing
wear
forth.
Wear and tear on your vehicles and everything else and all the other stuff that you need, and depending on whatever uniform or outfits you got, it's just one thing after another, exactly. And and then you're talking 40, 50 hours a week just to make your house payment. That miss a few of those and you lose everything. This
right,
kind
and
of mentality.
we're all at the mercy of those who control this great big theater economics Ponzi scheme fiat currency mechanism that we're all kind of praying to. It's I call it it's inflation. I call it the invisible tax.
Exactly.
Because you don't actually see it. You sense that you're working a lot longer and prices are going up, and somehow you're not able to pay your way, and it seems like years ago you could actually put money aside, but not anymore.
And it's even more horrible for our American brothers and sisters too, because of the medical costs. One time of getting anything serious, you're completely wiped out. That's just absolutely. If that's not slavery, what is?
Well, that's why I talk about this Obamacare crap. Forced compliance to pick up the tab for everybody else. Bull crap. Hey, I know about Celtic salt, sodium bicarbonate, food-grade hydrogen peroxide, magnesium, whatever, chloride, all these different modalities that they won't talk about because they can't patent the crap. They don't want us talking about this. So
MMS. Just gotta throw that out there.
MMS, yep, that's posted up my site. Brother, there's so much stuff. It'll melt most people's brains, so I'm trying to keep the cancer page somewhat condensed.
So in that little sentence that you just gave there, Peter, what was that? 3 cures for cancer that are pennies a dose, and you can basically buy and purchase anywhere,
and B17, Laetrile, I have a source, Mexico. Like I say, in 1971, they pretty much put the brakes on Laetrile. Apricot seeds, go figure. It's something natural. Okay, go figure.
B17.
Anyways, it's beautiful. We're covering it over at the medical portals at my house. So if you want to hear me banter, folks, I'll give you the straight skinny. Okay, you don't have to hear me banter, but you can at least go get the documents. You don't have to hear me banter, except for when you go through the tour.
I was watching a new video there with Jim Humble. Jim Humble is the man who brought MMS back forward, and they were actually working with the Red Cross in Africa and curing malaria. 4 or 5 different types of malaria
that's not a
within
good
24
sign.
hours. Yeah,
what are they doing with that private corporation?
I guess they're either on the bandwagon or in Africa at the moment.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. There was an article on Gates's clan over there inoculating the crap out of the kids, and there were some really getting sick hundreds, and they hurried up and left, knowing that they gave them some bad shots, and they hide in her hair, the nefarious ones that did the bad act. These shots under the guise, and the people, folks, that's where, like I say, the Idiot Box is programmed my brothers and sisters to actually buy the bull crap from what they see on TV. Oh, Bill Gates, he's such a good guy. He's a eugenicist, you idiots.
Exactly.
Nobody got the friggin' memo. They don't know what to...
He's got his hand, Peter, in so many agrochemical businesses that are working on genetically modified, I can't even call them foods, food-like substances, food holograms, food fakes.
There's actually a TED video with Bill Gates actually stating that we can increase the vaccine output, we can get the population control down, and he talks about it right on TED. Yeah,
he gives his equation, and he talks about carbon dioxide and how we're all killing ourselves because of climate change and global warming or whatever, and he gives an equation, and then he says, well, one of these would have to go to 0. And the audience titters and laughs nervously. But this guy is for real. Look, our owners are psychopaths. Look, I'm the spiritual one here, and John, but it's just, look, I see things the way they are. They're psychopaths. They've got their, seriously.
Oh, it's genetically psychopaths. You have to understand. If you go back hundreds of years, this was the way it was, interbreeding of the social classes, and over and over, and with this omnipotent power and money.
Right, God-given rights.
Right.
In grade 9, they taught us in history class that royalty had. Qu'est-ce que c'était déjà? I think it was God-given. There was something about God-given, and somehow they were better than everyone else, and they had the bloodline and the lineage, and therefore the entitlement. And I was like, even then, I was like, can go ahead and say it. Sure, I'll write it back on your stupid test, but I'm not buying it. I don't believe it.
Yeah. Anyways, I got a news flash.
Sure.
Cool.
I know what it is.
Yeah, well, if you look in the box, if I ever look in the box once every 2 hours, I'll have something in there. Canada, we got you covered. My brothers and sisters in Canada, we have your rescission document for your T1s. And I'm going to give out kudos to Brother Wally for posting to me yesterday when I was looking, because I was binding up with multiple other tasks, and he shared the love and posted who the monkeys at the circus. I can't believe they got a friggin' name, Honorable, even in the name.
I know, Honorable
I want to puke. I want to freaking puke. Honorable
on my
ass.
Documents, Peter, rest assured, please, let's deflate some of your rant by what I'm about to say. I am not using the word honorable.
Nope.
That is their title. It's as though I gave myself the title, the stupid Michelle, or the ugly Michelle, or something. It's not applicable, all right? So I'm not going to be using the word honorable. That's their fiction title.
And because of, I do have some brothers in Australia, I'll create, Michael and I talked about it, we'll go ahead and create for, my Australian brothers are really getting whacked. Forced compliance to be a voter, give me a freaking break. You know what, it's time to break this chain. So we're going to share the love, and I'm going to talk to a couple of the brothers I have already over there. They can probably give me the names of the clowns in the pecking order of their system, and we'll create a beautiful document for my brothers in Australia. as well as for their ATO. That's their equivalent to the IRS,
Office.
the CRA, the other scam, and we're going to be rescinding a bunch of shit. It's time.
I'm getting my documents now, Peter. Very exciting.
And anyways, hey, the exciting part, brother. Yeah, we're going to 240 on the 1st. I'm going to talk about this. So everybody that's crying about 240, yeah, well, I'll tell you what. Then you go do the documents from scratch. Create your family crest and seal. Do all this other heavy lifting, and we'll give you them for free because we already formatted them. I mean, we're coming forward as alive men and women. Having a family crest and seal is always a good thing because it separates the living from the dead. Because we didn't know to come out alive. We all keep traversing, putting our butts on the left-hand side of the page in all caps. By the way, Brother Johnny, the claim document is almost finished as well. So, folks, you're going to want this. You're going to want to be a fully paid member so you can get all those documents for free, and they are free for our fully paid members. Yeah, you think it's an oxymoron that I say, well, how is it free if I got to pay to be a member? Well, you get a year of hanging out at my house and getting all these other downloads that'll be forthcoming, like Miss Prison of Felony and all this other stuff we're working up, so we can have some fun, so we can move forward, so we can deal with the estates and the trust. So, folks, this is your education. We've done a boatload of heavy lifting, and it's taken us months to put this site together, the information, the PowerPoint presentations, and I got a bunch of other brothers and sisters that are doing it for free.
Hey Peter, sometimes we forget that we're always getting new callers, and it'd be nice if you explained what these packages are doing for our callers, and how they work together to remove the presumption and why they're removing their presumption. Because I know I brought in a few new callers or new listeners tonight. I'll give a little shout out to my brothers in Costa Rica, and it's because we are putting the full package together now, right? So you're getting
right.
I think that's Monday's class, though, isn't it?
What?
Is that sort of what you're going to be covering on?
No, Monday's class isn't going to deal with
that. Monday's the quick tour to prove that you're a damn slave.
Oh.
Exactly.
If you don't remove the presumption. Yep. I'm going to give everybody full front seats for Monday, and that's going to be slavery, who owns you? Well, I'm going to read it paragraph by paragraph, break it down in digestible, eatable chunks, and if you don't understand the words, I'll break them down further. I'm not being facetious here. It's just, see, nobody's reading what I post. This is the sad part. I can't get nobody to read anything. Matter of fact, that's what Michael posted today. If everybody read their email blast, I brought you all the building supplies. I gave you the tape measure, the tools, the hammers, the nails, and now you want me to go ahead and build the house while I'm at it. No, that's your job.
Hey,
that's called
Peter,
carrying your own water.
Two things. The first thing is the people who have an issue with the $240 membership, maybe they could sell their flat screen. The second thing is it seems that we have a caller in queue. Do you want to take...
No.
Okay. All right.
This is I'm on my train tonight.
Very good.
I'm not being mean. I'm just on my own train. After 8, I'll be glad to. I don't want to get diverted at this moment. It's 7:47.
Go for it.
A couple more things I want to cover. I'm trying to give direction of flow. Anyways, the whole point in the exercise, folks, of us creating these documents is because we know that heavy lifting was required, and nobody knows how to fill out the documents. So we went one step further. I created 5 beautiful videos with PowerPoints. Well, I didn't. Well, I just gave the content. Sister Susan did all the heavy lifting. Kudos to her. So my brothers and sisters could have an easy lift to pull up their bucket of water. So, because I understand the learning curve is high, hard, and steep, and I'm going to reduce that in this 8-week curriculum as well. And we're going to pull the curtain back, and then I'm going to do a YouTube on the front page for the full membership tour. I'm going to show every damn portal so everybody can see what's in where and how to get to it and why they're doing it. But all the templates, all the documents, every package we have in there will be superimposed with their family crest and seal, which separates the living from the dead. it's good to have a family crest, a genealogy, a family tree. They never expect you to come alive. They want you to use that left-hand side of the page, dead man's land, and they want you to sign everything. Signing is a dead man's land. Why do you think it's a flat line? You're dead. It's a flat line when you sign on the line. We don't use lines. We seal. Live men seal. But this is what we learn over at my house, and that's what everybody's going to learn when they get over there. But they got to be willing to come through the front door. And anyways, I want to get back to this is beautiful that Brother Michael already posted. So Canada, hey, it's already over there for our full members. Your template for the CRA presumption removal, they'll get the memo. It goes to the top of the pecking order. We're not asking. We're fixing a mistake. That's what we're doing. That's what removing presumptions is. You made a mistake. We're going to fix it. Okay. All right. Somebody posted me and upended me. Anyways, let me go back to I want to go back to Facebook for a minute. Anyways, yeah, here's another sweet little deal. If everyone wants to click on this link, confirmed. U.S. government records all private telephone calls. But since most of the sheep haven't been paying attention on how compromised they really are, I mean, how can you be a private man or a woman and you got somebody literally living in your friggin' house, listening to your phone calls, your keystrokes on your computer, your emails? The IRS says they can read your emails. I mean, is this? I think this is extremism to the umpteenth degree. I cannot believe this crap is going down. So it's time to change. If we don't like what's going down, Obamacare, all this other stuff, yeah, it only applies to slaves. Well, unconsent and don't be a slave. That's what we teach. We can show you. Anyways, I want to cover this. U.S. government record records all private telephone calls. It's on the link on the Facebook page. If you sign up, go ahead, help yourself. This is because I'm going to post links till my butt falls off. This is what we do. This is so I can get people to see what's going on right up underneath their noses. Because if they don't believe it until they can see it. So we're going to pull back the curtain. Anyways, this is Natural News. It says there is no such thing as privacy in America anymore, as evidenced by the fact that our own government violates the Constitution's Fourth Amendment on a daily basis. The Constitution was never, you weren't a party to it anyways, doesn't matter. Anyways, for our own good, of course, in an inadvertent admission that likely made his former bosses cringe, retired FBI counterterrorism agent Tim Clementi. Hey, Tim, how you doing, brother? In a May 1st interview with CNN's Aaron Burnett regarded the Boston Marathon terrorist bombings, clearly insisted that the nation's primary law enforcement agency was clearly capable of recording all private telephone calls. Well, that's just got to make you feel all warm and fuzzy inside, huh, folks? Anyways, I'm just trying to show what the crap is. Anyways, nobody believes it when you tell them. Anyways, dialogues in here with Clementi and Burnett so people can read it for themselves, what was said, so it's not hearsay. I hate hearsay. Anything, I'm going to go to the last bottom of the paragraph. It says, nothing is sacred. The significance of what Clementi was saying, as well as the confident arrogance in which he spoke, was not lost on Greenwald. Let's repeat the past part. No digital communication is secure, by which he means that any communication is susceptible to government interception as it happens. Although that is true, but far beyond that, all digital communication, meaning telephone calls, emails, online chats, and the like, are automatically recorded and stored into an accessible to the government after the fact. To describe that is to define what an ubiquitous, limitless surveillance state is. This makes 1984 look like it's on steroids. What Clementi was saying essentially supports what the Washington Post reported in 2010, that the National Security Agency intercepts and stores 1.7 billion emails, phone calls, and other types of communications every day. Isn't that special? That's got to make everybody feel warm and fuzzy inside. These are the people, we're paying for this shit? I mean, really? I mean, if this doesn't make you nuts, folks, and so instead of getting mad, we're just going to remove a bunch of presumptions because it only applies to the ones that are good slaves on the plantation. Anyways, what do you think about all that, John?
I hear ya. It's just rampant, and I shake my head sometimes too, Peter. You know, it's like, why are people not, getting outraged by this and just like, what the heck? We got to stay at peace, exactly, and love and stuff. But there should be so many more people coming forward and because I know there's trillions of people in debt, or trillions of dollars, I should say, in debt, third-party debt, and all this kind of stuff, and there's so much underhanded, shady stuff, and so many jails being filled with people that have done no harm to anybody, and all this kind of stuff, and it's just rampant, and the fact that they're getting away with it, they must just smile in their boardrooms and just be like, what can we get away with next? I think the creator that we do have people like you and stuff like that that are trying to bring this information forward, and there's so many, and that there are a lot waking up, and it's so many waking up now, which is great that we can actually see it. So it just it does take time, and we wish it was yesterday, and we wish we could change this world overnight. But you definitely right, a lot of heavy lifting, and to bring this awareness forward. And but one person by one person, we just got to have the people that are listening now. They've got to take some heavy lifting and introduce the other people to this, and to let people know what's going on, so that we can change this, so that we can take back our governments and take back our world, and get back to the utopia this planet should be.
Yep. Well, like I say, remember I was saying, until the pain becomes so great, I know I'm going to be leaving piles and piles and piles behind, but it's going to be their choice. But the upside is, the collective mindset is really saying there is something afoot and something amiss, and the pain threshold has now come to where I think they're really starting to wake up on a different level. They really will wake up when they disappear their 401k and all their other funds. That's when they're really going to be pissed. They think they're pissed now. Hey, they ain't seen nothing yet. Wait till they steal everything you think you own.
Exactly.
Like
and that's what they're going to keep doing. That's what they're going to keep. It's just like the neighbor, who puts his fence 6 feet over your line, and next time he builds his fence, he's like, well, I might as well take another 6 feet. He didn't say nothing about the 6 feet I took last time, and they'll just keep doing that. The next thing you got in the whole yard, and you're like, what the heck's going on? Well, you didn't say anything, so I guess I assumed that I was allowed to do that.
Yeah, you gave over by consent by not saying anything. Yeah, it's rights of easement. My mom went through that over in Connecticut, so I'm well aware. Yeah, if you say nothing, speak nothing, it's like you agreed. You were amicable. Well, hey, we're going to get not unamicable. We're going to get unconsenting though. Right, yippee, be quick, and it's real simple. So, folks. If you want to remove presumptions, because otherwise they consider that you're happy with your encumbered state, you're going to have to do a little bit of water carrying. But Brother Peter will share with you. He doesn't give legal advice, never does, never will. I don't want to ever be put in with that ilk. Yeah, me and John were talking about that T-shirt again today. I'm not even going there. Anyways,
that's a great shirt.
It would be a great shirt. That would be your court shirt. Remember, John?
What was that, Peter? I just had my daughter say goodnight to me.
That would be your court shirt. What you wear to court when you're going to
that's a beautiful shirt too.
Folks, I'll let you in on the nook. Hope we got some lawyers listening. What's the definition of 100 lawyers at the bottom of the ocean? And then we'd have a stack of them in the water, superimposed picture with 100 lawyers sitting at the bottom of the ocean. And underneath that would be a good start. It would be the retort. And you wear that to court to show them how much love you have for these bad actors, because that's all they are. This whole damn system is just one bad actor after another, folks. Once you really realize they just put their pants on just like you, and they're enforcing Caesar's whims, well, hey, all you got to do is remove the presumptions. You got it documented and proven. It will be sent registered, so there's no plausible deniability. Hell, Michael and I are going to go as far as creating a public portal for the masses, or full members of Privatis.Me. We're going to find a resource so it's dirt cheap, because a friend of ours did that similar process. It cost her over $1,700. It shouldn't cost you anything like that, and it's not going to. So that's the point. So, anybody suffering from third-party bottom feeders? That $240 is chump change compared to what they'll try and suck out of you if they drag your butt into court under a third-party lie. So, hey.
And again, the $240 is just for the membership. The debt package is free, and all other packages are free as well.
Yep.
So, it's just for the membership. You don't get into this site and, now I got to pay $20 for this, or I got to pay $100 for this. And no, it's not like that.
No.
It's, it's one-time payment, and you get all access to all documents and all the future documents that are coming forward. There are some really, really exciting documents coming forward, and some really exciting things that are going to be mind-blowing, and we think that we've reached the peak now. We're not even close.
Well, like I say, John, and just on the third-party side of the house, I know some outfits out there that do the processes, and folks, it's $300 just to get through the front door with this one outfit, and then it's $2,700 for your first initial third-party debt issue. Isn't that special?
I hear a lot of them will charge you 10 to 25% of your debt to clear it out.
Right, that you never owed in the first place. And that's, my brother, I don't live there. I could have gone there, but I never would because, I have a soul, I have a conscience, and why should I don't never want to capitalize on a percentage on somebody's debt when it was a falsity in the first place. That makes me no better than the other scumbags.
Exactly. You're here because, you really want to change things. I'm here because I want to change things. That's why I put myself out here, and I want to teach people how to live in the private, how to live free, and how not to have these guys, busting in your door and taking your property and telling you how you're going to live, sleep, eat, and what you're going to put into your children and all this kind of stuff. This is why you need this education, this foundation, and we need so many more people to get this foundation. So the more that have it, the easier it is going to be for the other people that come forward.
Yep. Well, anyways, I guess we're going to go to a song that I'll have to sing after, too, if it is break time. Anyways, folks, do what you do on break. We're going to be right back, and we're going to keep this train running. It's just getting warmed up. We'll be right back.
VerdictProductions.com. Do you have footage you want turned into a video? Weddings, family gatherings, sports games? High-quality video production for any project you have. We also create detailed slideshows if you have information you want to put on YouTube or your website for all to see. Many other services including audio enhancement, music production, and CD mastering for your band. Need a company logo or an ad? No problem. We also specialize in graphic design to make your business or website stand out. Head over to VerdictProductions.com for a quote. Lowest prices on the net guaranteed.
Okay, very good. Love the non-music fundamentals this night. Anyways, I was just reposting our instant teleseminar for Monday night so everybody could get to the house because you're not going to miss this, folks. We're going to cover Slavery, Who Owns You. That's a document we have on our site that I'm hoping everybody has read, but I'm sure they haven't. So I guess I'm going to read Monday night. But I'm going to read it in digestible chunks so everybody has their irrevocable proof so they can remove the presumption after the fact once they know the truth. Because if you don't know the truth, then you don't know that you're binded up. So that's the whole point of this next 8 weeks curriculum, so we can pull the curtain back and give you direction of flow into how to administrate solutions in a capacity that will basically remove all those presumptions that we've got ourselves binded up by. Anyways, what do you think, John, about removing presumptions? Is that a good idea or a bad idea?
Well, definitely a good idea. We can see, what's happening to people who don't know about this. You know what I mean? And I removed presumptions. It took a little while to let them know that I knew what was going on. I've been in this game for a little while now. I'm definitely not a new student in the truth movement. And that's why it's so important to have this education. It's one thing to someone to tell you, oh yeah, just say this, and follow my easy to follow video for an hour and a half. And no, I'm sorry, there's just no way to learn what you need to know, and to deprogram from what you've been taught as well. You have to relearn and unlearn. And that's what I love about privates. I'm like you can probably tell from my logins, I'm in there all the time, kind of thing, because I'm always in there learning. There's something always that that I'll read, and it's like, oh wow, I didn't realize that, and and it's like, well, that's a very easy way to consent to a contract and get yourself binded up, and it's so like you say, there's a little bit of heavy lifting, but at least now it's there. And easy access, and now with this curriculum coming forward, I'm looking forward to that for myself. Because it's like anything. You watch a documentary once, and you watch it twice, and you'll find all kinds of things that you never noticed or saw before. Because each time you read a book or anything else, you always find something new that you didn't see the first time. So I'm excited. I can't wait to see what this is going to bring.
Yeah. Anyways, well, like I say, John, I think I've watched Changes on the Horizon at least 5 times, and I catch other things as I watch it each time. So, and I'm not slow, but it's a big lift. As far as it's a pretty intense hour and 5-minute video that's really going to pull back the curtain. I mean, it's going to be probably a shock to a lot of people's systems. So, because like I say, they don't talk about this. Like I say. I love what Susan did with the 3-minute Slavery Who Owns You video on our page, because she really breaks it down. I mean, because they sold us under the guise of patriotism and all this other garbage, and then we got that beautiful video, which I'll be covering in the 8-week curriculum, All Wars Are Bankers' Wars, Slavery by Consent, all these curtain puller backs that I got to do to get them to literally basically have a bouncing ball to see where they've been pretty much lied to, as well as all these propaganda things we've brought forward on how the propaganda is effectively working, how they're legislating propaganda. I mean, you can't make this stuff up.
Well, yeah, it's like I say, it's just going to keep on getting more and more. Like, how many laws have been invented in the last 10 years?
Yep.
It's thousands of new laws. Pretty sure back in the Wild West, there were only a few laws. And everyone got along pretty good. And, if you rob Timmy, well, you better look out because, it was old school back then. But now, it just seems that, we can make up a law for not eating coconut on Wednesday nights. We can make a law, you can't watch this TV show. It's just going to keep on going and going and going until, you get your paycheck and you just hand it over and, that's basically
No,
what's going
you
on
won't
right
get
now.
a paycheck, John. They'll just take the digits off that card, like we were talking about in Nigeria or wherever that was.
Right.
Registering as a citizen, and the government can pull that privilege away at any given time. That's a slave, folks. When somebody can take something from you because you didn't kiss their rosy red butt, you're a slave. There's no other word for it. It's really the whole deal in a nutshell. When's your pain quotient when you're doing the France deal 100%? Is that when you draw the line in the sand, when they're stealing 100%? You might as well just not get up in the morning, just stay home and
they'd come and arrest you, wouldn't they? They'd probably put you in handcuffs and force you to
You're a
your
slave.
death.
You didn't go to Camp FEMA to pick our genetically modified corn products.
Exactly.
God, I can't even believe I said that. But, hey, that's the way the mind works. Hey, what's next? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, hey, we got a special hotel for you at Camp FEMA. Go out in the field and be a good slave, pick our cotton, pick our genetically modified food products, and earn your keep. So we'll feed you with these poisons so they kill you, and then we'll get some other useless slaves that we can bring in the loop after the fact. I mean, brother, it's really, that's the way the jail system works. You've got a lot of guys out there working for 22 cents an hour down in Louisiana. That's called slavery by consent as well. So instead of being stuck inside the jail, they go do some roadside work and whatever. And, the government's got a contract and they're getting kickbacks financially. It's always about a hypothecation event for everybody. That slave chattel property in the system, they're literally being hypothecated on, and they're getting that. That's why these government contracts for building things, they go to the jails, these big jails and stuff. They've outsourced them to dirt cheap 22 cents. Even China can't compete.
Well, geez, Peter. Instead of Microsoft stocks, I think I'm going to start buying jail stocks. Because they're building jails just left and right, and filling them with all kinds of so-called criminals that have harmed no one, and trespass against no one, and and there's jails being filled more and more, and being built more and more with the guarantee of 90% village rates.
The Corrections Corporation of America has worked out a deal across the land to guarantee a 90% fill rate. That's a beautiful thing. So we got to have more victims. Well, my daughter's boyfriend got the memo because he goes, they got 50. He was the one who was telling me this. They got 50 nice cruisers here in Abingdon. Well, that's just 20 miles south of me. And I said, that's a lot of revenue generation, brother. That's a lot of speeding tickets. We got to find a boatload of victims to justify what Deputy Donuts is doing behind the wheel.
That's right. And if it's not doing it, if we're not getting enough people in jail, well, let's make some more laws.
Hey, we got banana eating on Tuesday and Thursday now. You didn't know that?
Well, exactly. What, you didn't vaccinate? You didn't get your 6-month mandatory vaccination? Well, you're going to have to go to jail for 6 months, I guess, until you get your mind right.
You're not going to graduate. You're not going to graduate. No, you got to fill out your damn voter registration at school. You're going to get a bad grade. Folks, this is what it's come down to. If you're unaware of it, you're being made aware now. You can probably prove it in your own municipality where you live. I've talked about the CAPRA accounts. That's the second set of cookbooks that they keep, hypothecating off of you and all your give over because you gave over willy-nilly through consent because you didn't want it. Unilateral, one-sided signature. You gave it over. And I'm going to show you how to get it back. We don't own nothing, but I'm going to show you how to have some fun. Anyways, it's all about free will, isn't it, John?
It is. It is all about free will. If we were born in this world and our parents didn't sign us up for anything and we never signed anything, we wouldn't have to go through all this documentation and removing presumptions and all this kind of stuff because we would have no legal person name to get basically caught up with all this stuff. So this is where it happens.
We're beating a path out the door. Like I say, if everybody just got off the voter rolls, they would have 535 clowns in the circus actually having to go find jobs and subsidies because they wouldn't have any slaves to run.
That's right. And it's just you see the jobs that are becoming available to people now too. All the industry is moving out. It's either call centers or drilling for oil. This is what we're seeing down here now, especially around our areas. It's that's the number one job for these kids getting out of school and all those kind of stuff. Call centers.
Right. That's the basis of the economic collapse of the United States. It seems that everything is pointed. The whole world is watching the United States because this is where the final battle is going down, and what happens there will happen in the rest of the world. But the entire economic system was collapsed basically with the outsourcing of all production and manufacturing to other countries. This is the web system that the globalists have imposed on the entire world, so that there's an interconnectivity. So that we are all dependent and reliant on each other, so that if one part of the web goes down, the whole thing is affected. So unfortunately, in this sense, our connectivity is not a good thing. So after the manufacturing and anything of real substance was outsourced, well, that left the United States with basically a service economy. So you have, hotel industry, restaurant industry, basically a country of consumers, because it has been determined that America is to be consumers, and they're excellent consumers.
Right. Hey, Michelle, if people haven't watched North, what country?
Korea?
North Korea, the great American propaganda machine. If they haven't watched that video, it's consumerism is us. Talking heads, puppets. Folks, they've had you watching the bouncing ball over at their house for a long time, and that's the diversion. That by the time you figure it out, this is a whole point. Yeah, consumerism
No, it's game over.
Yep.
It's game over. And go ahead, John.
You look at the kids and stuff like that in school now. You know what I mean? The ones that do have access to money. You know, they're wearing $2,000 to $3,000 worth of clothes and jewelry. You know, all blinged out and all this kind of stuff, thinking that's status and that's you know what I mean. But they've been programmed to basically be a walking commercial.
Yes.
You know, for these corporate entities, you know, they're walking billboards.
They're excellent consumers.
Yep. And now, do you notice how it's all a mentality thing? And I notice it so much now. When I was going to when I was going to school, I should say, you know, my pants got a hole in them or my shirt got a hole in them. You know, I was embarrassed. You know, you know, I would want to get a new pair of pants. You know, you'd have your one favorite pair of jeans, of course, everyone had. You know, that you'd let get tattered, and those are your favorite, right? But in general, you went to school looking good and, you know, with nice clothes and all this kind of stuff. And nowadays, it seems to enforce the slavehood mentality, you've got all these children now buying, you know, $120 jeans that have been faded so bad and ripped up so bad, you know, that you know, you wouldn't let your dog have them for a rag. And you know, this is the style now. This is the clothing, and this is the look.
Right. It's a fashion show. School is a fashion show.
But it's more on a psychological level of how to, you know, put them down into the level of slavery by wearing the peasant clothes. You see what I'm saying? Wearing the ripped clothes and getting into that mentality of not even having a self-esteem, not even knowing that that's what they're doing. You know, thinking they're
I have a rant, John. I'd like to branch out on a mini rant.
Sounds good.
I had to go, unfortunately, clothes shopping a couple of months ago because, you know, the couple of T-shirts and the couple of pair of jeans, well, you know, you have to update, right? Just because things fall apart these days. So I was in the various stores downtown, and I don't know when clothing became ironic. The sweaters are so loosely knit that they're see-through.
Yeah.
The blouses are see-through. The pants go like they don't even cover your ankles. I don't understand clothing. The jeans are ripped. Look, I don't understand how clothing has become ironic. It's an idea of itself. I don't want clothing that has an idea of itself. I want a shirt to cover my body. I want a pair of pants, a pair of jeans to cover myself. You know, I don't want holes and distressed and see-through. My God, with the see-through, really?
And it's
again,
funny now.
The illusion of clothing.
You send your kid with nice clothes and stuff like that, and, you know, getting into junior high and high school and stuff like that, and they're looked and frowned upon like they're a geek or a nerd or something. What do you mean you don't have your ripped shirt, your ripped pants, and, you know, like what the? Yeah. It's
you know,
it's just showing the slave mentality. It's everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. Now they're just laughing at the population, basically, and just, you know, it's out now blatant. Look, let's see what we can get away with now. And if we go through the history and just added this all up, you could see how it's just absolute blatant slavery.
Yep. And it's also the social pressures, right? The fear of being shunned because you don't have the right shoes.
Or no one's taught to be a man or a woman individual anymore. They all want to be a collective.
Right. And this whole idea of being, quote, I'm doing air quotes now, an individual, it's this idea that we all somehow buy into. You know, it's the cowboy, or you dress like this, or you dress like that. Dude, you're not individual. You're buying into what everybody else thinks is unique, and why don't you just be yourself? That would be impressive. That would be a start. You know,
and that
why
takes
are
a
you
strong
dyeing
character.
your hair blonde? Why do women dye their hair blonde? Everywhere I see women who dye their hair blonde. What is up with that? What is with the stick-on nails? And they go and they get these chemicals, processes done, and they get these latex extensions put on their fingertips. Do you know the chemicals involved in this? There's benzene, formaldehyde. There are all kinds of neurotoxins.
Well, because that's the only way to attract a childlike man nowadays. You know, you got to look like you're trashy, hoey, and you know, this is what the mentality is being taught to come on, I grew up with this myself. I was at the beginning of the rap generation.
And now it's eyelash extensions. And don't even get me started on the things I've seen, on body modification and laser and this, that, and the other, and flammable clothes. That's all how come we don't have natural fiber clothing anymore? I was looking for just some I was looking for some regular cotton T-shirts. Good grief. Everything is rayon, polyester.
Yep.
What's the other one I'm thinking of? Acrylic.
Yeah.
I don't want to be flammable. Do you know what it's like walking around with an acrylic sweater in wintertime around here? Jeez. You touch a doorknob and it's like a zot,
Yeah, yeah.
Try having your cat, sort of.
Well, look, that's the thing. All practicality. We've gone and we've raised a generation of consumers, exactly. And how do you have a consumer? You make products that don't last. You make the next generation of products last even less. And put up the hype and then put the programming in and look at our cars. You know what I mean? Like cars nowadays, they rust out within a couple. Yeah, programmed obsolescence, exactly. All our computers. There's printers out there that just stop working because there's a chip in them that tells them to stop working.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say that.
You know what I mean? Like it's just crazy. It's done on purpose, and no one, everyone's just like, yeah, that's the way it is. Instead of God forbid we actually had a car that actually ran for 20 years, 30 years, or 100 or 1,000 years.
The thing with the light bulbs, there are light bulbs that are still
running,
working from the 1900s. Exactly. And they're still working. And what have we replaced them with? Well, incandescent bulbs that have a lifetime of 1,000 hours or so.
Yeah, you turn the switch on too quick, they burn out.
I know. And usually in a pack of 4 you've got maybe 2 or 3 that work anyway. But what are they now moving towards but these super toxic
well, have you noticed this too? I don't know if our listeners have noticed this too, but light bulbs are even worse now since those came out. Like I can't get a little pack of light bulbs now to last me, a couple of months anymore. They blink out so quickly now, and it seems ever since these fluorescents came out and all this kind of stuff, exactly, they're even worse now.
I don't know, John.
Coincidence?
Maybe it's your high frequency.
Yeah, maybe.
maybe you walk by and you burn them all out. But now they're ruling out the incandescent bulbs, and they're forcing these compact fluorescents on us, which, by the way, are full of mercury. So
plus
you smash one of those.
Frequency.
Exactly. You smash one of those, and you've got an environmental hazard on your hands.
Exactly.
Right? But who's going to, no, everyone's going to breathe it in, sweep it up, and that's
clean it up with the broom and the dustpan, exactly. And
there
the thing is, too, on another level, they're putting out a frequency. That same harmonic frequency that puts everyone in that hypnotic state.
Exactly, and it disrupts our very frequency. It disrupts it. It's like if you've ever had the misfortune of working in a cubicle with all the fluorescent lights, that weighs down heavily on people.
Well, this is why you get so many people that get these SAD, sad disease, and stuff like that in the winter because of these lights that have no full spectrum lighting or anything else like that. They're stuck in these cubicles with no sunlight, and just being probably just doing the opposite, absorbing your energy instead of how the sun gives you energy.
Isn't it funny, though, that they call it seasonal affective disorder when it's really sitting under frickin' fluorescent light and not having enough natural light during the winter months?
Exactly. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, it's just mind-boggling. It's just everywhere. It's just, it's a complete control system. And see, like you're saying about the web, it's so much, so everywhere that it is sometimes hard to see.
Yeah.
The matrix, like they say, is everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, but
what's your thought?
I'm not all doom and gloom, and I know that there are a lot of people that have a lot of anger about all the issues that we discuss. But for me anyway, I'm past that. I recognize it. I understand. I know what the agenda is. I get it. But I know for myself that my anger is not contributing in the way that I want to be contributing. I'm here to contribute at my highest and best capacity. And I'm going to do that in the ways that I'm doing now. And I'm in a process of unfolding and in getting into more fine-tuned alignment with why I'm really here. And for some reason, I feel like the best is yet to come for me in terms of my service to others and myself, of course. But I'm aware of the negativity, and I see its function and utility, and I'm glad that we have this, because otherwise there would be no change.
Mm-hmm.
But I turn away from it with intention, and I go off. I'm creating what it is that I want in this world. I'm creating my world. In the etheric, I am co-creator. Of course, I work with the ambient energies, so other people's energies also affect my energies, in the sense that, if there is something that I really desire, but the ethos is against the creation of that, then it will not happen. I understand that. I get that. And it's a question of consciousness. And I think we're making headway. What do you think, John?
Well, this is the only way to make headway is to shine the light on it. And you're right. It's always going to be a back and forth. This is a dualistic reality we live in, and it's supposed to have the positive and the negative. The bitter, so we can enjoy the sweet. And so it is definitely going to happen, and probably for all of eternity on this planet. But the thing is, there's ways to make. It's gone too far, I guess you could say. It's gone too far. The evil's gotten too mucky, and it's just too rampant. We're destroying our planet now. Our children are going to inherit a radiation-filled, oil-filled dump land of full of garbage and plastic, all breaking down their system and stuff. Like, this is the stuff our generation, we've got to stop now what we're doing. Stop being these consumers. Start buying products that last. That's where it begins. It starts with if consumers would just say, okay, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, you're right. You make a good point. Clothes aren't lasting. Well, can we find clothes that do last? Well, yeah, there are people that are making clothes that do last. And it's going to be a little more expensive. But when you think about it, if you get a pair of pants that last, 100 times longer than the pants that you're paying $100 for, well, do the math. And this is the kind of thing, right? We've got to stop being a throwaway society. We've got to stop, these phones that are filling up our landfills because, they can have a new one every month, every 2 months, you know what I mean? Oh, it's the G6, it's the G7, you know what I mean? Like, come on, folks, it's a scam. It's just going to be a scam forever as long as we're going to keep on buying this stuff.
Right. It's funny, in this imaginary intentional community that I in the process of setting up in my mind anyway, I see people being attracted to what it is that I will be doing and wanting to come and live on my land. And you were discussing clothing, John. I see, if somebody loves working with textiles, if they want to come and, have some sheep and make some wool and make sweaters for everybody, fantastic. Come. I've got the land. We'll get the sheep. You will be the official sweater provider for the entire community. You'll be doing exactly what it is that you love to do. People will value your contribution. And, there will be other people, like we'll get some media people. We'll have to have one foot in commerce. Maybe we can sell produce and apples and honey and whatever, do some media things.
Exactly.
But it's just, I see this, how can I explain it?
Well, the thing is, too, you wouldn't need too much from the outside world if you had the proper community set up.
Exactly.
Know what I mean?
That's the whole idea,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I think that's where this is going to go. I think as we wake up more and more people are just going to say, yeah, enough's enough, and you're going to find that communities are going to start up where it's going to be that mentality of, technology meets hippie kind of thing, at one with the planet, but using our technology to be sustainable, and not throw away, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, we're not going to break just yet. Producer's having a little problem, just letting everybody know. Anyways, I did post a new thing, 10 things government can do that would land you in jail. Go figure.
Am I doing any one of them?
Yeah, right, yeah. Well,
how many of them am I doing, I think is the proper question.
Anyways, like you say, Michelle, it's all in verse. But let's just cover spying. I've already... it's not on for public consumption. It'll get posted later on the Facebook page, so everybody needs to go on the Facebook page because you'll be able to read it, or you can go to Activist Post. Anyways, said, do you still believe the government represents the people? Are you part of the majority that genuinely wants the government to do good things? That remains a large portion of the population that believes government to be a force for good, and they blindly support giving it more power. Sounds like consent, even at the expense of their own liberty. Perhaps government should be a force for good represented by the will of the people, like our free will acts and deeds, but unfortunately that is not what it is. Instead, the government does horrible things, including breaking laws that regular citizens, quit being a citizen, would go to jail for. We teach you how to not be an uncitizen, but just unconsent. Anyways, ask yourself why...
I'm going to be an uncitizen, though.
Yeah, well, if you're a nationless state, they'll put you away in a deep, dark hole, and they'll hypothecate on you anyways. So that's why I don't do that.
Yeah, I'm working on that. Working on that.
Anyways, ask yourself, why is a representative government allowed to do things that regular folks are not allowed to do? When a government declares itself above the law of the land, then the people live in an imperial dictatorship, and a tyrannical one at that. It is the hallmark of a ruling class that lives with separate set of rules than the rabble. Take a look at the top things, 10 things that the government can do that you would go to jail for. Let's take a look at this. Spying. You're considered a peeping Tom if you spy on your neighbor, and if caught, you'd go to jail or be sued. Citizens are so increasingly being arrested for filming police or public buildings under wiretapping charges of all things. Meanwhile, the government is using massive resources paid for by the tax slaves to violate the Constitution, to spy on everyone with impunity in their own homes through the Internet, social media, other modalities. Then you got insider trading. Yes, you will serve jail time like Martha Stewart if you marginally helping insider trading information. But politicians that do it, hey, folks, they're offshore accounts. They voted on it and created a rule that we couldn't see the offshore accounts. Isn't that special? So the crooks make the rules, steal the money, put it in offshore accounts. You do it, you go to jail, but they do it. It's fine. We got rules because we're special. That's dictatorship, folks. That's not all men are created equal. That's a scam. Anyways, God, I get pissed off.
They were never created equal.
Yeah, right. Hacking.
They were never created equal.
Yeah, hacking. You will go to jail if you hack into someone's cell phone or email account. The government, on the other hand, has legalized wiretapping and hacking to keep us safe. Yeah, all right. Give me a break. As they attempt to convince the public that the nation state and terrorists, the boogeyman that doesn't exist, Al-Qaeda, will engage in cyber attacks so that they can pass internet control legislation, and the U.S. and Israel are only nations to publicly admit to attacking another nation with computer viruses. Yeah, all the other countries, they throw stones at it. Like I say, they'll create an event, agent provocateur, and then they'll say, it was them guys. Yeah, and then the idiots will buy it on the idiot box and actually believe the swill that they're being fed from the idiot box. That's called propaganda. Anyways, stealing. Do you know that if you're suspected of drug crimes, the authorities can confiscate your your property? It's called civil forfeiture. And police departments make millions from this practice. And what happens if you don't pay your property taxes? Extortion. Some call tax as a form of theft, which it is, but it's more appropriate to call it extortion. It's no different than paying protection money to your local mafia. Over one-third of your working life belongs to the mafia. But hey, at least you're a slave for only one-third of the year. Well, in most states it's a lot more than that when you add all the other taxes in. Yeah, they ain't taking into account gas tax, whatever. Anyways, counterfeiting between the Fed continuing to print worthless FRNs for bailout failed banks to the tune of $83 billion per month, and the fractional reserve banking system owned by some corporate whores at the top of the pecking order, a private corporation. The government, via the Fed, can print as much money as they want with no restrictions. It's monopoly money, literally. Counterfeiting is as a serious crime for anyone not sanctioned to do it, even using competing currencies. Yeah, I think they just shut down Bitcoin. Anyways, molestation. Try putting your hands on anyone in the same manner as the TSA does when they grab your junk, does to men, women, and children on a daily basis in airports, and you wind up in jail for quite a while. TSA-inspired Viper teams are now roaming public transportation while attendees of sporting events are groped before the game. Well, hey, they give over consent. They went there. New York City has drawn attention for its special brand of stop and frisk, which is a nice way of saying illegally detain, interrogate, molest, and don't go to jail for it. Anyways, folks, you can't make this crap up. You got to look at it through the right glasses. Because if you got the rose-colored ones off, you're not seeing what's really going on right in front of your very eyes. Assault, whether it's spraying protesters like bugs, which they do, they corral them up. They showed that in New York. Corralled a bunch of people up, and they had them all lined up like with their hands tied behind their back, and then sprayed them with a chemical crap. I mean, you do that, you're going to jail. That's bodily harm, assault, and all this other stuff. They do it. Oh, it's just fine. We had to spray them in their eyes because we didn't like them because we're going to make them.
Yeah, but they spray us all day long too, Peter. There's that also.
Oh yeah, right. Chemtrails. Yeah, the other spraying. Yeah. Anyways. This is a beautiful article, already posted for everybody's consumption. I got ahead of myself. Anyways, I guess no break. It's all good. We can carry the ball. We're going to. It's been one of these weird nights, folks. Anyways, folks, if you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, if you don't like the pain, you don't like the garbage, change your mind. It's as simple as changing your mind with some direction of flow. So that's what we're trying to affect for all our brothers and sisters at Privatis.Me. So if you're not over there and peeling the curtain back, you're just going to get a lot more of the same, except it's going to get uglier. But we've had piles of successes, between you, Sister Cookie, Brother Sam's friend. Hey, we're peeling the onion back, and we're showing how the man stands. They don't want us to be the man. They don't want us to be the woman. They want us to just lay down, shut up, duck your head, and keep being a good, compliant slave. Folks,
exactly.
They think you own nothing, and you don't because you gave it over. You did. It started at your birth. Your mom gave you over, and, I know it's all under duplicitous acts. They never told us, never full disclosure. We can argue that till our asses fall off. But instead of arguing, folks, instead of warring, just remove the damn presumption. It's really that simple. That's what we're doing. And
that's the thing too, and this sets up a great foundation for the members who do this, and the reason is because all these taking away all these presumptions protects you. Because it puts you back in the status of the living man or woman. And so when they do violate, you say they pepper spray you in a crowd or something else, well, they pepper sprayed the wrong person, or I should say wrong man, because you are not the corporate fiction anymore. You've went and taken away that assumption. So they made a gravest mistake, and they went and pepper sprayed a living man. And, that can be brought as a harm to a living man.
Property, you're the damaged property.
Exactly. So that's a big deal. That's common law. People don't understand. Like common law, there's still some really old school rules, for breach of trust and stuff like that, including hanging and all this kind of stuff that are still enforceable under common law. So this is why it's so scary for judges and lawyers and all this kind of stuff to trespass, and why they're so adamant about getting you to recontract with them when you start doing this stuff, because they know desperately that at least the ones that are in the know that they're in a lot of trouble, and it's very serious. This is not some statute crime that we're bringing against them. This is not some code. This is the law of the land. This is the law of the world, and we especially here in Canada and the United States, is still under common law jurisdiction. And it's just that no one is exercising those rights anymore. They're all exercising these benefits and privileges in their courtrooms, and
because
wondering why
they
they're
got
not getting anywhere.
They got tricked like their senior year in high school, saying this is an assignment. If you don't fill it out correctly, you're getting a bad grade. I say that's propaganda machine at its finest. Fella teaching them how to fill out 1040s.
Right. Exactly. It's conditioning to bring about the desired response. It's a programmed conditioning response. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, my children don't fill out crap. Daddy's got to see it first. Yeah. You bring it home to Daddy, and he'll tell you if you can give over consent. And they really don't want to talk to me. Oh, yeah. Hey, brother, you've seen Magilla Gorilla, so can you imagine me walking in just the mere presence of my physical body? It does have a little intimidating effect, but that's not the objective. My objective is to help them get their mind right, and it's sort of like the shot crap. Any school system anywhere that they are going to put out dictates. You know what, I talked to Michael, we're going to create a special form just for this shot shit, because I'm really sick and tired of this crap that any parent can bring over to the clowns, and it means that they're going to waiver their rights to be culpable criminally for all damages to that vessel, to that landed estate, if they want them to get the shot. As long as they're willing to sign that document and be liable, then, hey, yeah, they'll get, our children will get those shots. I'm going to create a special form, not a government form. We don't do government forms at my house because we're all live men and women. That's the difference.
That's right.
I talked to Michael about it. Anyways, we've already got the claim, the name document.
That's why I wanted to get into a little earlier when I was asking, Peter, why we're doing these documents, and that's kind of where I wanted to go with that. Is because we are setting up the foundation with these documents to not only protect you, so they know who you are, and they probably won't just leave you alone. But if they do trespass against you, well, then you have one son of a gun of a claim to bring against anybody. So,
yeah, I got sidetracked by a sandwich eater.
Did you?
Yeah. I was one of my household sandwich eaters.
Literally a sandwich eater? Somebody walked by you and was eating a sandwich, or somebody
they
hacking?
were just dumping something for the birds, food. Anyway.
But so that's what Privatis is offering, and that's why it's so important to do all these rescission documents, to remove all these assumptions in the private. That's really what it's all about. It's about protecting you, removing all those assumptions, and having the power to come back on them if they do trespass against your vessel from now on, because you have that all documented, approved, all sent registered mail, and that's your safety net. Now you've gone ahead and made yourself a little safety net in as being a living man.
Right, and we're gonna probably do a special class on how to go get it put on the record, and so when you get that copy, we can put it on the other record, the other public record over at our house, which will be for all fully paid members. We'll create a portal for them as well. So if you do a third-party debt termination process, you got the 4 documents done. It's a real good idea to scan them in and send them over to the repository that we'll have on record in the public. So nobody's got plausible deniability, brother. We don't want anybody stepping on their wee-wee here, you know.
That's right.
Now, Peter, the public record that you're creating with Michael is so I understand you're going to have third-party debt termination results. Are you going to be posting other results from other people using other processes? For example, my elector status change or my elector rescission, I guess, my voter rescission documents my document is going out tomorrow. So I'm going to have results from that at some point. We can make a special page for that as well. That's not a bad idea either.
And you've already got that one there that already came back, Peter.
Right. I probably got about 6 or 7 of them from USA Inc.
Okay, perfect.
You know what, we'll create a repository for those proofs, I guess as well. And we'll subdivide the repository. So obviously, third-party debt will go into third-party debt. If it's IRS 1040, T1s, whatever, ATO, whoever, whatever, everybody see, because when it's the document we're creating on the claim the name. After 30 days, if there's no rebuttal to it, once it's posted, it becomes public law. That's your law.
Yeah.
And it stands. And if they want to drag you into their goofy game, yes, you can give over and consent, or you can just whip out your special document and say, "We're sharing the love here today. Who wants to go transgress against my property?" And as well as that, who's got the bilateral contract that they think I signed?
Exactly.
That's a great idea. I really like that idea, because I've been thinking, I've been trying to figure out for myself okay, where do I make notice? How do I make notice so that notice is given to those who have to receive my notice?
Right.
And I was thinking in a public forum. I was thinking, okay, the major language English newspaper, the major French language newspaper here. I was thinking online, but I like that idea. I like that idea, so that eventually all the other processes will be posted there. It'll be a public place for notices.
Right.
I guess marriage rescission, rescission of marriage contracts. Public. It will make public, I guess, or maybe not the details, but last will and testament, I think, is something that we have to look into also. And at some point, I know way down the line, way down the line, we're going to be looking at vehicle. I think the whole vehicle situation is kind of the.
That'll be the tipping point on a whole different level.
Right. Yeah,
There's so
but
much,
I like that.
Right,
it's just everything
Michelle, that's the whole
in.
point. The whole point is to start simple, get over the little bridges, because if you're not willing to do the little bridges, you're never going to get to the big bridge.
Right. And I've stood in court. I know exactly what John is talking about, except I stood in court as the dead entity. I have had to go to rental board, a tribunal court, because of some issues, and I have always won my case. I actually approached that as trust law, and the lawyer who was acting as a judge, here we call them régisseurs, didn't know what the heck I was talking about.
Hey, hey, Michelle, you know what we call them down here?
What's that?
I bet you couldn't guess in a million years.
No, but you're going to tell me, and it's going to be crude.
Yes, scumbags. Everybody get the memo. They're scumbags because you're just a bad actor. I love to call them what they are. They're scumbags. I would dare any of them come to my house and sit with me and eat and tell me what they're really doing is justified and they're really showing the love to their brothers and sisters in the world.
Yeah,
They're hurting their brothers. They're causing a damage to my brothers and sisters in the world, and I don't like it.
Right.
Exactly.
And they have to know, even the ones who are just doing their job, they have to know at a certain level that they're doing harm. They have to know.
Well,
you can't
Michelle,
go to work every day and deal with crying people and just the negative energies that you have in a courtroom. My gosh.
Michelle, the problem is a lot of them don't know. I've dealt with a lot of lawyers, and going in with common law and stuff like that. Even the lawyers that were for our exes, who very quickly decide that they didn't want to be against us.
Right.
Didn't have a clue what we were talking about. And
right.
these are actual lawyers. There are some good ones that are out there, really trying to help. And these guys, they do pro bono work for families and stuff like that, trying to get kids back and stuff. They hate CPS themselves. So we had a good old chat, and I was teaching them about Privatis and all this kind of stuff too, because these guys just have no clue. They don't understand common law and how this works. A lot of them are so indoctrinated into the statutes that they have. When you start talking about this other stuff, they're like, "Wow, that sounds really good, and that sounds quite possible, but I'm not sure how that works." Or, you know what I mean? So we have to educate them as well.
Because they don't see the whole picture. They don't like a lot of people who call into the show and they want to know all the details about everything right away. They want the whole big picture.
Yeah, right.
We don't know. We don't have the big picture. We're evolving as we go. We're learning as we go, and it's expanding and unfolding.
But I'll tell you, we got the biggest picture on the net. I'll tell you.
Yep. That's for damn sure. Hey, Johnny, I'm covering everything. We're covering bonds, what really goes on in court. We're covering estates, the trust. We're covering the FDA incestuous pharmaceutical big industry cancer scam and all that stuff. I mean, hey brother, I got a potpourri of information over at my site that will melt your brain. But
mind, body, and soul. There you go.
Yeah.
Speaking of callers, Peter, we have 3 callers in the queue. Would you like to take a couple callers before we end
I guess let them through. I'm not really feeling real chipper for callers tonight, but
all right.
It's going to be quick and easy. No heavy lifting.
All right, we've got 216, first area code coming in, 216. Are you there?
Yeah, this is Daryl. How you doing?
Hey, Daryl, how you making out?
I'm good. I want to ask you about the presumption. It says take away all the presumption, and do that have anything to do with? Won't that still connect you to the government as far as your Social Security card?
Brother, there we go with these Lidsville questions that I can't answer in 5 seconds. Yeah, but it's an estate. You have a private side account. Tell you what, brother, you got to get to class. That's what I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to go any further. It's yes, you have a Social Security card, and that's a give over. However, there's a private side to that estate which they don't talk about, and we talk about it in my house, but we won't talk about it here.
Okay, I understand. Another question about the $120 compared to the $240. If I paid the $120 now,
you might as well wait till the first, brother, because you're going to want all your packages done with your family crest and seal. Because I'll be putting that offer out to all my 120 members. I got a whole bunch of $120 members. And most of them haven't moved forward on any administrative process because they're having difficulty putting and getting a family crest and seal, which is imperative to separate the living from the dead the way we're going. And so I would highly advocate wait till the first, brother. That would be a good idea. You're going to get everything that all the prior members get. They're going to have to upgrade. So I'm going to be creating an upgrade video or email in a couple of days.
Okay,
offer.
Thank you.
You're welcome, brother. Have a great night. Thank you for calling. Who's next? Who's on first? What's on second?
Okay, next caller, Andrea, is 417. 417, are you there?
Hey, Peter. Hey, Jonathan. How are you?
Hey, how you looking out?
Yeah, Peter, we've talked on the phone before. No, great show. Excellent show. I've been speaking for years that, look at life itself that you're living. What are you free to do?
Right.
Yeah, true enough.
What is it that you're free to do? And so I've finally come to the point, and I understand where you guys are going, and I fully support it. But I've just come to the point of, hey, you know what? I don't consent to this.
Right. However, but putting it in writing is a lot easier uphill climb than not doing anything at all, because if you fail to do that, they believe that you're happy with where you're at by not removing the presumption. So this is the mindset they've got everybody locked and loaded on, to do absolutely nothing. And if you fail to do absolutely nothing, you haven't removed the presumption. So guess what? You're a good slave by your free will act and deed by failing to act at all. Period.
Right.
It's that
right.
simple.
No, and I get that. I get that. I haven't been on your site for a while, Peter. I'm just in a situation where finances just aren't there, and I'm in survival mode.
Yep.
So
I hear you.
Well, that's usually how it is. Caller, what was your first name?
Jim.
Jim, okay, Jim. That's usually, we get a lot of people like that come to Privatis. It's, they've been screwed over so much by the government. It's like there's got to be a different way, and they find their way, and it's they're usually broke, and it's and thus the free membership to get you started, to get your teeth wet kind of thing, and get you where you need to be kind of thing. But I definitely
Jim, do you
understand
have a TV?
that there's so many people.
I'm sorry?
Sorry for jumping in there. Jim, do you have a TV?
Well, I have a TV, but I haven't watched it for 3 years.
There you go.
And I don't have
TV.
any cables, and I don't have any cable service for TV. I do everything on the computer. That's about the last bastion for me.
Well, good.
Me
with a
too.
nice TV, I'd sell the damn thing, and that might be a forward progression for you.
Well, they're pretty antiquated.
I hear you, brother. Yeah, I have no flat screens at my house.
But that's not a big deal, No, I get it, but I'm with you guys, and I've already done some. I've written letters, and I've
as the live man or the dead man?
As the live man.
Yeah, so you remove the presumption, you have stamps and seals on your documents, you seal the deal, you don't sign and all that, you don't put your name on the left-hand side or anything?
I put my given name.
Right, but if you're putting it on the left-hand side, brother, that's statutory land. There lies the problem. This is what I'm saying. Nobody's getting the big memo.
Okay, well, I've got the surname Coate, on the right side, and I sign across that.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what. Come on over to the house. If you haven't been over there for a while, brother, it's not the same house I built 3 months ago. It's nothing like the old house. It's a brand new house. Matter of fact, I compare it to a supermodel. I got rid of the redheaded stepchild, and I got a supermodel now.
Yeah, there's a lot going on there, Jim.
Hey, but you know what? I applaud everything that you're doing. You guys are doing. I don't know if you guys have heard about this, but I just watched this today. It was called what was it? Money, and it was a video called Money and Life movie. And it talks about the monetary system, and then it kind of goes into different areas where it's basically telling the people, hey, we can recreate what we want, and I think that's where we need to be going. I'm not totally in sync with everything that was done on that, but they didn't go in and they didn't attack the monetary system. They just revealed it, and then they said, there's other things we can be doing, and I agree with that, and I see your effort as, we need to educate the people or re-educate them, and to know where we can go and what we're capable, and go from there. But no, I appreciate the time that you allowed me. And I'm going to start listening more. Yeah,
hey, go to my
frequently.
Facebook page, brother. I post beautiful stuff over there. It's a plethora of outstanding information. Matter of fact, money confiscation legal. Keep your money out of banks. You might want to go see that 15-minute little snippet. It's over at the Facebook page, posted. Brother, I post there regular and with clarity. So
what's your Facebook page?
Go to the Privatis.Me Facebook page, go to the Privatis.Me open door. I got a Facebook link on that page. Click on it, and you'll get to the house.
Yeah, or just do a Privatis search in the Facebook menu, and it'll come right up.
Yep.
Excellent. Proud to be friends with people like y'all.
Thank you,
we appreciate having you.
We have one more in the loop. We got 2 minutes. We're going to make this very quick.
Actually, Peter, if Andrea was asking if you wanted to go into overtime, if that's the case, then if they're listening online, they would have to call back in at 646-478-4075.
Okay. Very good.
So did you want to...
I guess I can go a couple minutes over. It won't hurt anything.
Okay, very good.
Matter of fact, we can break now. Hey, I've never gone long, so this would be a first. Hey, what the hell? Let's live dangerously. Let's take a break, and hey, we're going to go long tonight, folks. Call back in so you can get back on, and I guarantee it'll probably be very interesting. We'll be right back.
Very good. Again, it's 646-478-4075.
Very good. We'll be back. Do what you do when you take a break, folks. We'll be right back. Can't hear the music. I'll be singing tonight. All right. Thank you.
Privatis.Me. No longer do we need to hire lawyers, worry about past debt, or count on doctors to fix our health problems. Privatis.Me, specializing in real education about the legal system, administratively eliminating your past debt, and teaching you simple, natural ways to restore your health. Join today for free. Learn how to live in private and allow yourself to overcome and stop living in fear. Become a paid member for just $20 per month and receive Peter and Michael's $300 debt termination package for free. Privatis.me. Privatis.me. Take a walk on the private side.
All right, welcome back to Overtime Drive Time. What a concept. Anyways, we're going to let the train go a little long tonight.
Whoop, whoop.
Okay. Oh, okay. I didn't know the song was still playing. I said, man, that was a little quick. We're not on, right? Or just you and me?
Oh yeah, we're. I can hear you.
No, I know, but we're not on the show.
No, we're on overtime now, so we definitely wouldn't be on now. But I believe we can be heard.
Oh well, that's weird. Why is the song still playing? Huh?
Yeah. We're live with the callers right now.
Oh, I still hear a song in the background.
Andrea,
I'm back. By the way,
I'm really confused. Never done this before.
We're all set.
Okay.
We're all set.
Music's
okay,
gone.
let's break
no,
through
I was
that
hearing
caller.
the music too, Andrea. Oh, wait, I got to give a quote because it's so fitting. We rarely hear the inward music, but we're all dancing to it nevertheless. So I think that's by Rumi. So Peter heard it, I heard it.
Yeah.
But I'm
delusional. As long as it's not damn disco. I hate disco.
Come on, staying alive.
Hey, brother. You should have seen the gear I was wearing back in the 70s. Dude, I was on rock.
Peter,
I'm trying not to.
Nobody's
Peter,
got
I'm trying not.
I burned all the pictures. I was GQ. I had the bell bottoms. I had the satin shirt, the button-up shirt, dude. The hair part in the middle.
Why am I seeing you in an all-white pantsuit? I don't know why. With rhinestones.
No, all white. No. Oh, my goodness. No, when I was in a rock band, brother, I played the part. It was all good. It was where I lived. That was what gave you my direction of flow. I fit. Lead vocals and drums. You got to love it. Peter has walked many a path, brother. It's a beautiful thing, and it brings me always back to ground. That's why I got the DJ thing going on, you know?
Nice.
Yeah, I'm trying not to see it, Peter. Just, ow.
Yeah. It's scary.
I
was GQ. I'm telling you, you ask anybody, I was GQ.
Just, ow.
Yep. Oh well, I ain't GQ anymore. I'm sitting out on the porch with a pair of shorts on and a tank top. It's a beautiful thing.
Let's get back to our callers.
Yeah. Hey, we got sidetracked. Hey, we can do that. We're in overtime. We're in drive time overtime. Anybody that's listening, hey, they deserve to hear this.
It seems we've had a very patient caller from the 914 area code who's been holding for a while.
Out of New York.
Are you there, 914?
Yes, I'm here. How you doing, Peter?
Hey,
what's the woman's name again? I'm sorry.
John and Michelle.
Michelle. How you guys doing?
Hi there.
Good.
Very good. How are you tonight?
Good. I'm sitting out here enjoying some of the good weather here in New York.
Very nice.
Yeah, definitely. He's right. Yeah, this is Jay. And
I knew. Same guy, different day. That's all.
I remember the voice.
Yeah. Okay. No, my question is, I kind of asked about it before, and Peter did send me the email back because I was trying to get that recording with Jorge. Because what happened with mine is, I was going through the third-party debt thing, and now they've seen the paperwork I sent. They kicked it back to the original creditor, but the credit has already been charged off. Now I went on
right.
I went and did my own little research, and they saying that that's legal. They can still come and collect after it's charged off. So
it may be legal, but it ain't lawful, and you're not the dead entity. And I say, who's got the freaking valid claim? If you got your documents, that's why I say at least get one document play. I want to read every damn question in court to the judge. If they want to drag my ass in, the only thing I'm asking is all them damn questions that the clown of the circus didn't answer in the first place.
Okay, because those once you present your contract and everything, those questions would have to be answered, right?
Brother, that's your counteroffer. They failed to respond to your counteroffer. They're in dishonor.
Okay. All right, so I guess I'm gonna just keep going down that lane because I already dropped my first bomb off. So
good, very good, excellent. Yeah, if you don't put nothing in play, brother, then there's nothing in play, and then it's all left to presumption that you are happy with the fleecing that's coming.
Okay.
Very
all right,
good.
Fair enough. So I'm just gonna do some heavy lifting. Waiting for you to get that class started and just get my learn on.
Yeah, so the link. Hey, brother, if you're on the email list, the link is already posted on that email that went out today.
Oh, okay. So I probably didn't look at it too clear because I just seen the blog talk and clicked on it.
No, you got to roll all the way down the page, brother. I got boatloads of stuff.
Okay, sounds good. Well, I know you guys probably got other callers, so I'm going to let you go. Thanks for the info.
Hey, Jay, Peter was in the Navy, so he's got boatloads of stuff.
Yeah, boatloads. Yeah, go figure. Here, another Peterism.
It's on the list,
I heard him on a previous show say he was personnel medical doctor or something like that.
Yep, yeah. I had to patch up my Marine brothers that got sold a lie right along with me. All wars are bankers' wars. Yeah, we're fighting for the corporation, not for any rights. It's just about the corporation.
Fighting for the corporation while they're distracting us with the wars that they created in the first place.
Yep.
Exactly. It's all about entraining your consciousness. It's all about the gentle guidance of your awareness to whatever monstrosities they wish to present us. And when they're in our awareness, we react to them. But when we draw in our energies from those things that we would ordinarily react to, we gain dominion over our energies and our consciousness. Then we choose what we act on, not react. Reaction is when you're off, when you're spinning out of control. Acting is when you're grounded and focused.
Yep. And asking them to answer all 52 questions they failed to answer on the first correspondence.
Absolutely. And I do get the picture now. Do not open up anything. One more quick question. When you send when you send something back, you have to put stampage back on it, right, to send it.
No, not that.
No, undeliverable address, return to sender. That's their dime. It goes back. You don't pay your dime to send it back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
it was a presentment you didn't open. It was undeliverable because there was no known entity to deal with.
Right. Jay, what you do is you draw a couple of lines through your mailing address, and you write on the top of it in big block letters, undeliverable as addressed. And you know what I've done, if it's actually mail addressed to the previous tenant where I live, let's say, I just draw an arrow to the original sender, and you just bung that into a mailbox, and it goes back to the original sender.
And I like to have some fun, brother. I like to put an X through the fiction name, put deceased in red right above it, undeliverable address. The trustee is available over at 55 Water Street, Department Trust Corporation, New York, New York. You can get up with him. He's sitting in a fucking box, excuse my French. Well, it's after hours. F-bomb, sorry. He's sitting in a box over at the Department of Trust Corporation in New York City. That's the guy you want to go talk to, so go find him.
That's good.
Fiction. Yeah, I have fun, brothers. Yeah, I make it interesting, and I put my Divine Providence stamp on that sucker too, just to have some fun to really confuse them. On the back, I put it on the back. It's a seal. It's a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I can. She said I could just draw some lines right through my name and stuff, and then right next to it I can put undeliverable as address, return to sender.
That's it.
Exactly.
That's simple. That's simple.
Just like you would any other mail. If someone sent a letter to your house that was in someone else's name, that's exactly what you do. You return the sender. That person doesn't live here anymore. Same thing. Right. Very simple.
Look at the word they use, brother. They call them presentments. Take a look at the word, the modification of present meant. They're sending you a present. I don't want no present from no clown at the circus because they want something from me. See, since they're sending you a present, they expect something in return, the law of reciprocity. I don't accept presents from clowns at the circus, no more, not on any level.
Okay, yeah, what they sent me? They sent me a big bundle of statements. And
it doesn't matter, brother. Those are all facsimiles from
doesn't matter, exactly.
Once they make copies of it, it's not your signature anymore, and you're not lying. That's a facsimile. It's not your real signature, and if you didn't know that, you would give over. And this is why people get binded up in the court, because is that your signature? And then they got a bunch of digits on the page. Oh, it looks like mine. Oh, okay, well, we'll presume that it is, because you didn't know that what they're perpetrating is fraud upon you, and it's not your damn signature.
And even court is all consent, Jay. And I'll give you an example. They tried to give me an 8-inch disclosure document when I was in court. Trying to get me to accept and recontract with them. And before I knew this, I'd made the mistake of taking a couple millimeter document from them. Well, seeing as I didn't collect that full disclosure at the court case, would not sign for it, would not consent with them or anything else, they couldn't use that against me in court. So how do you like those apples? I
don't know, Don. My mind is going somewhere with all those measurements you're giving, and I've got about 5 really crude jokes that I will not be sharing with the group right now. But, 8 inches or a few millimeters. No.
Hey, John, next we're going to start talking about meat and fish. What the hell?
Meat and fish.
Oh,
Cats
boy.
and dogs raining.
All right.
Goodness. Yeah,
And raining.
The raining analogy. Oh, if they only knew what went beyond in our little nucleus behind closed doors, they'd all be losing their minds. These are the guys that are sharing the love.
That's what we're saying, though. It's all consent. You know what I mean? You consent to let them argue those statutes and codes and complaints against you. You sign for them. Oh, excellent. We can bring those into play. You said we could. You know what I mean? So that's why you send it all back. You don't want nothing to do with them. Unless
so you shouldn't
accept someone
in court either, right? Because
no, nothing. You don't want to accept anything from them. No. They want to give you a full disclosure. No, thank you. I do not wish the contract. Well, you better
I just want
take this.
the claim.
Threaten you and everything else, but they can't do nothing about it.
Yeah, because the lawyer was basically saying, well, this is what you asked for, so I'm presenting it here to you.
Oh, no. It's not what you asked for. You asked for a valid claim. The digits in paperwork is not a valid claim.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's the clarity.
And if they don't want to bring forth a proper claim and they want to continue bringing forth this fraud upon you, then you file your own case in your own common law against them. With a trespass.
And you probably won't have to go there if you just hold fast.
They pull back real quick when you start pulling that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you hold fast to the initial document you sent. I'm asking, but nobody's telling. Where's the valid claim? Only a live man can bring forward a valid claim. These are dead entities.
Okay. Would you guys have anything on the private side inside the site of what a valid claim would look like if one was ever presented?
There's never a valid claim, brother. Why do we? You can't produce something that doesn't exist. It's dead man's land. Welcome to legalism.
Okay.
I can't show you. I can't. There's never been a valid claim since this corporation whore got started.
Yeah, because I know a contract two signatures, and they don't have a signature. It was only a copy
you gave
of
over
mine.
unilaterally. You gave over. You gifted it to them, brother. It's sort of like that bank thing we posted on the Facebook page. Go watch that 15 minutes if you don't think you gave your bank account over to the banking system.
Okay, I'm going to check that. All right, thank you. I'm going to let you guys go already.
Very good.
Thanks,
All right, Jay. Take care.
Thanks. Keep up the good work.
Very good.
We got
anybody else on the tarmac?
Let's see. We've got 302 on the Carmack.
All right, bring them.
Come on over, 302.
Hey,
what's your name? How you doing?
How's things? This is Joseph.
Nice.
Hi, Joseph.
Joseph, that's right.
Yep.
So,
what's the question,
how are you
Joseph?
tonight?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Very good. What's on your mind?
So, I heard part of what I haven't seen in any kind of print from you guys yet. Are you verifying that the Federal Depository of Trust Corporation or the Federal Depository Clearinghouse Corporation is at 55 Water Street? Because up until now, I hadn't seen that verified.
It's been there for a long time, brother. Unless they moved all the records after that flood from Hurricane Sandy. Well, what's the point?
Well, so my curiosity is how then to proceed as far as do you just list that on the envelopes that they send to you and send it to return to sender?
Well, Peter.
No, brother, you're not getting the memo. I have fun. See, I'm well aware.
Peter's just joking a little bit there.
Brother, when I do it because I want the clowns of the circus to really know I know what the scam is. That's why I put. You just got to just stand fast, undeliverable address, return to sender. You don't have to play like Brother Peter does. Brother Peter has a sense of humor. He likes to pull the curtain back and share the love, and that's why he puts about the trustee on the back. Send it to the damn trustee. That ain't me. They're looking for me to be the trustee, to trick me to be the trustee so they can steal the beneficial interest of the estate. And if I step in, as long as I separate the wheat from the chaff, and I'm not the trustee, and I wrote it down on the back, they got the memo. It's all good. I'm not getting any more love letters from these clowns.
Yeah, it's just a little fancy icing on the cake there, Joseph, is what he was stating. But no, you don't have to add that to your documents. We've been at this a while, so we like to have fun with them. When you lose the fear and you understand who you are, you don't fear these clowns anymore.
Okay. Well, my next question is there a different address that I should send from Michael than to Peter? Or just...
Yeah. We're two different parties. We're two different
I get
men.
that. Can you forward me his address so that I can send him the the documents that I sent you earlier to see his initial thought on them?
Yeah, no, well, brother, we're not doing initial thoughts on documents on anybody anymore. I don't have time. That's where I'm at these days. Everybody, I get 5,000 emails a day, and everybody wants me to look at their documents, brother. I don't have time. You need to look at my documents and get your mind right on that page. And I promise you, because I don't do documents. We don't. We just give you direction of flow. I'm not being mean-spirited here, but this is what's happened to my world. It's blowed up, and I'm so damn busy. I'm creating a curriculum so I can help my brothers and sisters see the path to least resistance to move forward on. I don't have time to play
Joseph.
50 questions, 50 documents. I don't care about documents.
Can I cut in here, Peter? Peter, can I
go
cut
ahead.
in here? Joseph, the thing is with Privatis, it's always expanding every day. So this is why, they've created the documents and all the videos and all the PowerPoint presentations. Yeah,
well, I get that.
And that's why.
If you've told anybody else that you should probably tell them that you're not going to send it then.
We're not going to what?
Send it. You had told me earlier that you would send it, and so I was waiting.
Yeah, I know, brother.
Okay. I just need to know, that's all.
After the last 48 hours, I've been in a turmoil, a storm, creating an 8-week curriculum, and I'm wore out, brother. I don't have enough hours in the day. I got to get a cloning machine.
I understand.
Anyways,
okay.
It'll be all right, brother. We just all need to get to learn on and move forward and remove these presumptions. That's the starting point. That's why I'm doing the 8-week curriculum as well.
Okay.
All right, thank you, brother. Have a great night.
You too.
Matter of fact, I need to post that out there, John, for all my listeners. I'm getting so many emails of people wanting me to carry water, and I don't have the time.
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, exactly, like I was stating earlier, this is why the documents are there. This is why the videos are there. This is why the audios are there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That, like you say, there's some heavy lifting here, and you are busy. That was the stuff that you were talking about last week. That was last week, and now we're on to something else. And the foundation is there for them to catch up and to watch the videos and all this kind of stuff, and to get to where we are, so that they can follow what's coming new through Privatis. And so, I totally understand where you're coming from there, Peter.
Well, like I say, I'm giving out the tools in direction of flow, and it requires people to actually take those tools and pick them up and do something with them instead of, hey, brother, I can't even believe I'm getting emails on, is it capitalized here and there? I've got videos that tell you exactly how to do the documents now, so that I shouldn't be getting any of these questions.
Peter, can I make a comment?
Sure.
Remember you and I had a conversation, I think it was, I'm a bit lost in time right now, but maybe a week ago or 2 weeks ago, you were feeling particularly overwhelmed with all the activity that's going on and all the different directions, all the different energies that are pulling you all over the place. Do you remember that conversation?
Yeah.
And we were discussing that this is the unfolding, and the reason that these videos have been made and the step-by-step follow the bouncing ball processes have been outlined in detail on the website. The reason that all this work has been done was so that you would not be scattering all of your energies, diluting your energies in trying to help people on an individual basis. And we saw that so long as you keep your energies tight, close into yourself, as close to 100% as possible, that was how you could serve at your highest and best capacity. Not by scattering, in other words, not by reacting to each energy that approached you, that sought your focus, but rather by you acting and being in dominion of your energies and setting out a plan, setting out actions for people to take. It's just they have to commit to learning these things. They have to commit to going to the website, looking at things, opening up all the different cupboards.
Michelle, I want to comment on that too.
Sure.
I had to do this stuff under fire. Jesse and I were
Yep.
literally 16 to 18 hours a day studying this stuff for months. You know what I mean, and absorbing it. And we had to because we were under fire, and we had to get back our children. And I thank God that we have callers that aren't under this fire and that can sit back and take it in slowly and stuff like that. But there is a lot to take in, and and thank your stars that you're not under fire to have to do this.
Right.
But
anyways, I got one more call in the loop. Brother John, another Brother John. He says he's in the loop. To my producer said there wasn't. He says he is. He's Skyping me right now, so I guess I'm trying to figure this out.
Do we have his area code, Peter?
Andrew, area code.
Let me ask him. He said he's in. What is your area code? Okay, I'm going to type that in. I love the technology.
Is he Skyping in? I'm not sure.
I don't know. I don't care, and I'm not going to busy myself with that.
Kettle.
What is your area code? Okay. Yeah, I'll take it. I mean, hey, we're already in the loop. I mean, it's not a big deal.
Okay, Andrea's just writing. If he didn't get in before the cutoff point, then he didn't get in.
Okay. Here, I'll Skype him that.
If he didn't call in, I guess, before 9 o'clock.
Okay. Yep. All right. I love the way Andrea posts. Okay, let me see. Let me go to John. And he's 417, and now I'm going to let him read my Skype that Andrea posted, and then maybe he can give me a succinct answer quick. And
she's saying he's there.
Okay, it's Jim, John. It's all. It started with a J. That's close enough for me. Don't confuse me with the facts.
She's got two numbers, 417 and 368.
Hey, that's trademarked. Peter, that's trademarked. You have to give
I hear somebody.
That.
I hear somebody. Who's this?
Okay, this is Jim John.
Hey, how you doing, Jim?
Hi, Jim.
John,
I just wanted to make a very simple comment because, and I'm going to have to go. I'm on your website, and I'm going to have to go through everything that you put on. But I just had one same thing to say, and that thing was, that looks like a darn good forgery of my signature.
Yes, very good.
And
brother.
I have nothing else more to say.
That's it. That's it. You got it, brother. See, you got the memo. See, and that's what I'm trying to get the rest. Like my sisters up in Canada who are having some issues, I said all they can do is produce facsimiles, and it's not really yours. And if you claim it, though, give over, you're done. Because it really isn't yours. It's a facsimile. It's not the real deal. Period. It's that simple. So with a clear conscience, a clear mind, see what Jim, what they do is through these tricks of us being moral-minded, they say, well, hey, you got something, blah, 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 blah. See, they got to play the manipulation psychological games in order to get to trick you. And so, brother, I love that you finally got through and brought that right-minded synopsis direct through the front door so everybody could hear it.
Have a good evening.
All right, thank you very much, Jim. Thank you. Have a great night. Do we have one more in the loop? I guess we'll take it.
Is 368 still there?
Nope.
All right.
I guess that's it for callers.
Well, good. Hey, I got a call tomorrow on Privatis.Me. We'll send out an email blast, I'm sure. Matter of fact, Thursday nights over at Privatis.Me is starting to become pretty much sort of like a question and answer, which is fine with me because I don't mind taking questions and answers pretty much over there. It's as far as digressing on information over here in the public, I'm not real susceptible to
let's clarify that too, Peter. Privatis Thursday calls are not online. They are private on the private site for private members, and it is a forum where you can answer those questions that you can't answer on the air.
Right.
So,
they can be free members. That's not a problem. They can listen to the calls. We let them through to listen to the calls. So,
cool.
But if you haven't joined, if you haven't joined, and see, folks, you have to take an act, do an act to come over. Because if you don't get the email. You don't get that's like your invitation slip. I don't have a problem with the free members getting in on those calls because they're getting neat little nuances and information that give them clarity on whether they want to move forward or not, or stand fast and continue to just do nothing, or just they're not ready yet, or whatever. They might be pulling off the rose-colored glasses in that stage still, and that's fine. That was the whole point of opening up free portals to everybody.
That's right. That's right. Well, it's been a great show, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. I
We'll
love
be
you
back
both.
Saturday.
Love you, Andrea.
And
shall
much
we
love to
give
everybody.
Shall we give our shout-outs, or is it just us
Yeah,
left now?
Susan, Sister Susan, with that beautiful 3-minute anime, massively huge, beautiful, so succinct, direct. I'm going to need to keep posting. That's going to keep being posted because it's, anybody who's been listening, send that Facebook link out to all your friends and, hey, send it out to your enemies, too. I don't care.
Even better.
Anyways,
And we've got Andrea, our producer, who has Andrea, I love your sense of humor. I jive with you so well. I love it. Zach from Verdict Productions, who does all the beautiful YouTube videos. We've got the applause. Dan, our SEO specialist at compassonlinemarketing.ca. Susan, we mentioned with the amazing GoAnimate.com presentation that she did, which just summarizes so beautifully why we're here. Cookie, who I haven't met, and Susan also, actually, who's working on the curriculum with Peter. That's going to be starting on Monday, June 3rd, from 6 to 8, and John, of course, who stands as the living man, and Peter, who is the mouthpiece behind this enormous thing, and really the energy of the whole thing, and Michael, who to me represents, if he were a Greek god, if he were in Greek mythology, he would be Atlas, because he's holding this whole thing up together. And his website is heraldry.me, HERALDRY.me, and he's the one who can get you your beautiful coat of arms to get you standing as the live man or woman.
Yep. We have a few of those roaming the earth here and there.
Yeah, well, look, hey, it's all good.
Yeah. The Creator has a sense of humor. He gave us women.
Okay. Is that how we're ending the show? Really?
Yeah. Isn't that beautiful, John? You like that?
You guys deal with that.
No, Peter, the Creator is a woman. The Creator... Hang on, guys. The Creator is a woman.
John has left the building.
The Creator is a woman because she created men, and I love men.
Yeah, well, that's all good. Everybody can be a play toy, I guess.
No, silly, not in that way.
I know.
I love your species.
Yeah, well, we gotta get them. We're trying to find a lot more men and bring them forward.
Yes.
So that's
and we're doing it.
That's the whole point. Anyways, hey folks, we love you. We thank you for stopping by. Yeah, we went long tonight. That's hey.
This is a record.
Sometimes you just got to go where you have never been before. I like it. So, folks, we will be back Saturday night. I promise you. The plate will be full. So come to the buffet table, and you're going to enjoy some beautiful information coming forward, because it is ever-changing. We are in the shift, SHIFT. So get with the shift. Anyways, I have to go there. Anyways, Dave, we're going to probably go banter in the side room after we get off this call. Anyways, we love everybody. Hey, like I say, this is our house. You come to our house. You are family here when you step in through the front door. We don't war over here. We should share the love. Anyways, everybody have a great night. John, Michelle, thank you for all the heavy lifting. Andrea, and we will be back Saturday. Have a great night.
My brother, my sister, have a great night. Much love.
Thank you, John.
Thank you. I love you guys. I love you all. Thank you. Good night.
All right.
Bye-bye.
You're listening to In the Spirit of Things on I Am Free Will Radio. Join us on our Blog Talk radio station every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday night, live from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern. To find all the links we mention on the show and to stay up to date about when we go live on BTR, make sure you connect with us on our social sites. Follow us on Twitter at handle Privatis.Me. You can also friend us, like us, or join our open group on Facebook by searching Privatis.Me. or by clicking on the Facebook icon on our homepage. It's really that simple.
VerdictProductions.com. Do you have footage you want turned into a video? Weddings, family gatherings, sports games? High-quality video production for any project you have. We also create detailed slideshows if you have information you want to put on YouTube or your website for all to see. Many other services including audio enhancement, music production, and CD mastering for your band. Need a company logo or an ad? No problem. We also specialize in graphic design to make your business or website stand out. Head over to VerdictProductions.com for a quote. Lowest prices on the net guaranteed.